Hi guys, welcome to Unknown Games, and today we're playing Castlevania. Now, before we start this, I just need to go over. Okay, so, in 1987, America got Castlevania 1, freaking masterpiece, chef's kiss, everything. Then we got Castlevania 2, highly debated game. It's bad, it's good, who cares? I personally like the game, it's pretty fun, even though it's mainly just... And there's it's pretty much RPG elements. Okay, so yeah, we get it. Then there's Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse. Everybody freaking loves it. While it's the hardest Castlevania game on the NES, it's also the best because of all the innovations it had. Then there was Castlevania 4. The Super Nintendo as remaster. It was very good. Then there's the Game Boy games, Adventure and Belmont's Revenge. I'd say they're both pretty good. Then there's Bloodlines, and there's of course Kid Dracula. Now America didn't get until 2019. Because, we just never did. I don't know why. Then there's the bonus book, because I'm on the anniversary collection or whatever. Yeah. And there's the bonus book about, like, the whole lore and everything. Then there's the bonus Japanese versions, okay? So, I could pretty much play the original version. So, I'm gonna go look at that. And then then everything is different. Even the music on the menu screen is different. It's the better version because, of course, it has to be because Japan's always cool. But yeah, this is way different because apparently, according to the menu, Japan didn't get Castlevania 1 until 1993, but they got Castlevania 3 in 1989, so that would mean that they went in order, and they got Castlevania 3 at first because that was the prequel to the other two games on the NES. But yeah, then you got Castlevania 1, and apparently they didn't even get Castlevania 2, they didn't even get freaking Simon's Quest. So that I'm just now finding that out, and that is, oh my, I can't, dude. That is actually redonkulous, dude. I can't. To think that apparently Castlevania 2 was that bad to Japanese people that they did not want it at all. So apparently only America and I guess some other regions got it. And of course, yeah, and then Dracula Denetsu, aka Castlevania the Adventure, 1989. Pretty much the same thing. Then Denetsu 2, which is just Belmont's Revenge, same thing pretty much, 1981. Then there's Vampire Killer, which is just the Castlevania Bloodlines, aka the New Generation in other places. But it's just called Vampire Killer, it's not called Castlevania. It's kind of like a freaking Devil's Castle, Dracula X Rondo Blood kind of thing, or just freaking Castlevania Rondo Blood, where it was only called this specific name in like one region. It came on like probably one console. I imagine this game came out on either a different type of Sega Genesis or something, like a different type of Mega Drive, or it was also on the PC Engine along with Rondo of Blood, which we didn't even get in the collection because Dracula X, completely different game, but there was collections that did happen. And of course there's the original version of Kid Dracula. But yeah, I guess let's just get into the freaking Castlevania 1. Dude, I can't, dude. The fact that they didn't get Castlevania 2 just amazes me. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, so Castlevania 1, straight masterpiece. Everybody and their grandma knows this game. You whip the freaking things and hearts come out. There's the freaking the whip upgrades because this game takes place in like the 1500s since I'm going by the Castlevania show. And that show took place in the 1470s or whatever. So yeah, this is like 1570s or something. If it's exactly 100 years. But yeah, just freaking castle. Yeah, Dracula's castle. You whip the candles, hearts come out. It's the thing for your thing. Holy water, classic. One of the mainly used things to fight the Cookie Monster, aka just freaking Beef Dracula, Beefcake Dracula. But yeah, so. I don't even think I can talk about the freaking Simon's Quest in Japan anymore. It physically hurts me because I was convinced that all the Castlevania games were originally made in Japan, but apparently Japan just didn't get Simon's Quest. So yeah, I just can't. Like welcome to the channel and everything, but god, this is a weird way to start the channel. Just a complete Castlevania rant about a game that is objectively freaking bad or good, depending on your preferences. But, gee, oh my goodness, I can't, dude. But, yeah, you gotta eat the freaking gotta eat the freaking pork chop or whatever. Yeah, it's like pork chop in the manual, but it's pretty much just It's freaking whatever you want. It's chicken. I've heard chicken from Eager after because they freaking watch his videos all the time. Yeah, there's a lot, dude. There's a lot with this game in general. The thing that this game is so short for what it is, even though it was one of the longest games. This and Zelda at the time was one of the longest games on the freaking NES. And they were so good because there was pretty much just it was like almost no space on the freaking NES cartridge. So, yeah. They needed to make sure a game lasted long, but it was also fun. So they could just a lot of the game developers just make the games really hard. But Konami, one of the freaking pioneers of gaming, one of the greatest gaming companies in general, to be honest with you. I freaking love Konami. They've made one of my favorite card games and everything. But yeah, Konami is freaking great. But before the video game, well, even before the video game, they knew what game design actually was, and like they were just really good at it. Oh, okay. Well, we're fighting Batman. We're fighting Owl. We're fighting the Dark Knight. Bro's freaking very easy to beat. And for what this is, there's people who probably thought that this was the final boss, but before Castlevania and Zelda and all that, or came out after Zelda, but yeah, most people would have thought that this was just Dracula, because games on the NES were really short most of the time, so, yeah. Most developers would have thought that, well, most kids back in the 80s would have thought that this was just the freaking Dracula. Like, it was a one-stage kind of thing. Even though Mario in 1980, oh crap. But yeah, Mario in 1985, that was another one of the really long games on the NES. Especially for a launch game. For a launch game on that kind of console, that's a really good game. Everybody freaking knows Mario. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I just picked up the Boomerang Cross. Probably one of the, definitely one of the best weapons in this game. But it's definitely, when it comes to fighting like Dracula, it's definitely not. It's when it comes to fighting Dracula, Holy Water is way better because it's hard to explain, but it does more for what it can instead of the freaking the boomerang. Then because the Holy Water's like right there at the end of the level, so you can just use that for the boss fight, but you still gotta grind out a whole bunch of hearts. Sorry. But, yeah. It's crazy how this game was so good. Then they made the other games, and they were good. God dang, I couldn't remember. You know, it's fine. I'm gonna end up picking up the freaking watch and everything. Because I'm not skilled enough to get past the little freaking, falling thing without the freaking stopwatch. Because I'm just not that skilled as a gamer to just not need the freaking watch. I would think that doing something like that without the watch is impossible. But no, it's possible. I don't know how people do it, but they just do. And you got the freaking regular old bimbo knight, the freaking stupid knights. And, okay, yeah, give me that. But yeah, then there's the freaking, the hallway for the Grim Reaper, there's literally Medusa heads, knights, freaking, there's everything coming at you at once. Like it's a freaking Mega Man 2 boss, like Metal Man or freaking, what's another one? I mean, not really Bubble Man. Bubble Man's pretty easy. When you start Mega Man 2, you're either always starting with Bubble Man or you're starting with, Metal Man, since those are the easiest bosses in the game. But, everything coming at you kind of relates to, like, Airman, Woodman, and all that. But, yeah. There's Holy Water here. I gotta make sure I do not pick it up. Oh, crap. I gotta let the freaking go by. But I need to... yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna end the episode here. And, I hope you all have a nice day. And I'll see y'all next episode. Bye, guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, oh crap.